Hey, welcome to episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. This is another beer I got on 𝗙𝗏, big surprise, and another hazy IPA. This one's from the Brew Gentleman Final Colossus, an annual double IPA made with Nelson, Nectaron, and Citra hops, 8.2 ABV. It was canned on, I think, February 2nd of this year, so about almost 3 months old. Alright, so pour it into the IPA glass, and not surprisingly, it's a pale yellow color, quite hazy. Once it's in the glass, it's more of an orange. Not quite to like the orange Julius complexion of like a treehouse or something, but yeah, I get a pretty big 2 or 3 finger kind of whip foam on it. And again, this is only a 12-ounce can. I like the slim Red Bull can kind of design. Before we get into this, I just wanted to show the Malta Brewery website, the Untapped. So it says this is like an annual beer they do every year, which is funny because they call it Final, which Final meaning last. So this year it's brewed with high-quality Canadian Pilsner malt, features Nelson, Nectaron, and Citra hops, huge light touch of honey and fresh bread hops. I don't know if there's actual honey in it or if they just mean that's the honey flavoring. This is the 7th iteration and might just be the best one yet. No IBUs listed. Let's give this thing a whiff. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely call that like pineapple. It's kind of like a pineapple Dole Whip. Has like that sweetness smell. Nectaron. Well, I'm not sure what Nectaron is. I assume it's kind of like some kind of nectarine kind of hop. But Nelson is very like white grape. I think Nelson gives it like that kind of sweet, almost like a sugary character to it. There may, and this is hazy, so there could be lactose in here and oats or both. I don't know. They didn't make a point of saying anything on the listing here, so yeah, pineapple, nectarine, white grape, sweetness. Yeah, definitely kind of a juicy smell. 8.2, nothing. I mean, I can tell that it's kind of strong off the nose, but like it's not like any kind of rubbing alcohol or anything like that. So let's dive in here. Cheers. Yeah, reminds me a lot of actually, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like all those Alaskan Anchorage beers that I've had last month or two. They all have like this very similar composition. I guess it's the hops. Probably the Nelson hop is just like so dominant. It's just like you recognize it instantly. Yeah, I would say it's very pineapple-y. Yeah, a little bit on the nectarine. I don't really get. You know, I smelled white grape, had like a kind of a white grape juice smell to it. It doesn't really taste like white grape. This one is like mostly pineapple. Almost like pineapple rind or something. Yeah, because like it's got like that kind of, there's some kind of sugary sweetness in there. Probably from lactose. It's giving it like almost like a dessert kind of sensation. So it's like this, it's sweet, almost like a Italian ice or something like that, not like juice. You know, the bitterness is not that high on this one. Untapped doesn't say what it is. I guess we can look it up on the... Actually, brewers are keeping that a secret now. It seems like nobody cares anymore. I guess the IBU wars are over. I would put it at probably like 40 or less. As far as like Pilsner malt, I can't really pick up on the Pilsner malt. That's the interesting thing like with these hazies is because they're so hoppy. Both dry hopped and, you know, brewed with hops, and when you throw lactose or maybe oats in there or both, that malt, like, which should be the star of the show in most beers, like in some of the German lagers that I've been reviewing on Tuesday Night Beer School. By the way, check that show out if you haven't been watching. My point is like the Pilsner malt, which is usually really distinctive, especially in lagers. It's like I can barely even notice it here. I will say this one's pretty tasty. You know, I'm kind of the mind that, like, you know, if you've had one hazy, you've had them all. And I still yet to have the hazy, aside from like Heady Topper, that just absolutely like blows my mind. You know, I will say I haven't had a Treehouse beer in like 10 or 12 years. So maybe if I could get some Treehouse or Hill Farmstead, that's a different story. And I do have a couple other halves down there too, so maybe, but you know, like this beer, just like, you know, the Anchorage and some of the other tons and tons of hazies that I've had lately, You know, it's good. Maybe I'd probably even say it's very good. Maybe even excellent. It's just not as far as world class or anything like that. It does have a little bit of that kind of spicy, peppery aftertaste, but it's pretty subtle. Otherwise, it finishes fairly clean. I guess you could say it kind of has like a malty, starchy kind of aftertaste. The hops don't really linger here, oddly enough, because it's really not that bitter. So it's like you're getting the flavor of hops, not the bitterness of hops. These could all be Whirlpool hops for all I know. By the way, great lacing on the glass. All right, before I get into my rating, gotta plug 𝗙𝗶 somewhere over here. This was fairly cheap. I think it was like $6.49, something like that. Then again, it's only a 12-ounce can. So if you want to sign up with 𝗙𝗶, use my link. That gets you $10 off, and let them know that I sent you. All right, so my score for the Final Colossus. I like this one. I was like, you know, although this is a terrible label. I hate just text labels. I mean, the eyes, I guess, but it's, and also like it's dark. So like I thought like this was a stout from how dark it was. But so if the brewery's watching, good beer, terrible label. Yeah, and as far as the score for this, I think this is about somewhere between 7.5 and 8, maybe 8.5, something like that. As always, follow me on 𝗙𝗶 and Instagram, because like that's where I plug. That's like my final review. I also have a spreadsheet here that, you know, but I'm the only one that sees it for the final review. So this is probably gonna be an 8, which is, you know, that's still really good. So yeah, Final Colossus. I definitely recommend this one. 8.2 ABV. All right, so I'm rambling. If you watch all the way again, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys for the podcast. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.